I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him, and I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Amaya, she, her.
I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Bannatyne, he, him.
I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel/Jax, they, them.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM. So, where were we? You guys. You came off the back of your downtime with lots of research and lore and knowledge and things, and Eugene found a little tomb with a cache inside, a cache of alchemy supplies, but also secrets. And you also found the other half of the lost map to Zarlumai, or of Zarlumai, the sunken city, where you will be trying to find this chamber called Yelanreire. You took that last time to the Oddmiun Trist, and with the captain in his quarters, you reunited the two pieces of the map, and you figured out that you needed to cover it in soul and burn it. And you did just that. And what happened was that the ink the salt burned into a kind of new ink, and it showed you on each of the mountains that kind of border the city that there are two locations, one of which points directly to where Yelanriae is, and the other to this Seal Sanctum. And you agreed with...
What was I getting clapped for?
The seals.
We were both doing seals.
Oh!
Because I said Seal Sanctum.
I never I didn't think anyone heard that.
You agreed. You agreed with the captain to meet up with the rest of the crew in 5 days' time, when you will be leaving for the expedition to Yelanreire. Meanwhile, the Touch Lotus Guild have been trying to fix, or you believe they've been trying to fix this archway. They have the ingredients to do so.
To do it,
and that was the only other main thing I think on your agenda, was something to do with the archway, whether or not whatever you guys decide to do with it. So quickly, under the instruction of Doland Dolan, who is also potentially linked with the Iridia Lamore, of the Lamore once crime family.
Still kind of our crime family.
Yeah. And he's trying to fix the archway to go in with the Touch Lotus thieves to find these artifacts to somehow make himself immortal. But that, I think, is all you know. So...
Oh, he's also doing Mordrin's mum.
Apparently, yeah.
Absolutely. Top lad.
So...
I don't know if it's a clockwork appendage or not.
Jeez. Wind up, boy.
I did also...
There's some fancy parts.
I wish I would know.
Splendiferous part.
Is there like... So you've got parts, you've got fancy parts. Is there one above fancy
You already
parts?
asked me this.
Did I?
Splendiferous.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a level above that?
No. Oh, God, no.
It's too far, guys. Too far.
So you're saying that his part is splendiferous?
I didn't say anything.
I'm saying that it's canon.
So, last time you guys you united the map, and you were paid a handsome sum of 75 gold each, which is what we figured out. And
So imagine if we didn't record this and we didn't have that down.
Makes sense.
We would have got all of them.
we'd have
10,000 each.
it happens. Last thing that happened was that the captain took Freya aside and asked some pointed questions about her deity. His reasoning was that you're part of the crew soon, and he doesn't want some unknown deity that could be potentially working against his cause. And that is where we will pick up. So you just said to him, so he gave you some info about Nuravorn and sort of confirmed that you had your own free will and that was fine with him. And then you basically asked him if he was a warlock, and he said begrudgingly and kind of shocked. He said yes. And then you said, "Who's your sugar daddy?"
So good. Truly inspired. Does he bitch slap?
Is that him sign or you sign?
That was probably me. He doesn't react. He doesn't react positively. I'm trying to think. Wait.
Like a mum.
Yeah.
Rolls his eyes.
He looks at you with his one good mauve eye.
Roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Fred just gets thrown through the door.
He nods and kind of smiles, but not very sincerely. I think that will probably be all.
Wait. Who's the other god in the Lunaric Sea?
Takes a drink of his wine. The other one is Varden,
Oh,
the
I heard that
architect,
the architect.
the scribe of the entanglement.
Oh. We're just hanging out there together.
Well, he is lost, as is Nuravorn. Well,
Sorry for the sugar daddy question.
that is okay.
I just find it fascinating. We've heard a lot about. No, wait. Forget it.
We've heard a lot about
So,
sugar daddy.
Sentinel is warlock, you said.
No, I didn't say that in those words.
I mean, it's fine at this point.
It is okay. It is probably not unusual for you to know that I have had people watching you here and there, and I'm not concerned with the conflicts elsewhere in your group. But people are surprising, I guess, as you surprised me with your question. So, but I think you are all trustworthy.
When we have a job, we complete it efficiently.
Yes. Yes, you proved that.
You can count on the professional scallywags.
Yeah! First public outing.
Okay, well, I look forward to working with you all more. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you.
You won't tell anyone, right?
About you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm quite selective.
Will you tell anyone about me?
No.
Then we have a deal. Okay. It leads you to the door.
How much of this did I hear?
Are you pressed up against the door?
Yeah.
Check if he's told
Roll a
about
perception
me.
check.
I assume there's some kind of warlock,
I'm glad I rolled
warlocks
low
watching out for
actually.
each
7.
other, right? Right.
Warlocks stick together.
Also, I did introduce myself as Jackster.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, okay, so then then he would probably ask who is this sentinel.
But if he's had someone watching us,
No, but it's more a point of order. But yeah.
No.
I'm glad I rolled low 7.
So fucked up.
Yeah, you hear them. The crew are loud
Okay.
around
Yeah.
you.
And when at least hear footsteps coming to the door?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bolt.
Fuck. Yeah, door swings open. 7 foot tall guy standing behind steps back for Freya.
Eugene's only made it like 3
I
feet.
fell over halfway.
Whoa, are you okay?
Good.
You alright, bud?
Well, the floor's very uneven.
I hurt my knee.
Doesn't really see legs yet.
Do you want me to heal it?
No, I'm sure I'll walk it
I
off.
hurt my knee.
I wasn't. I could have hurt my knee. I think that's a
Roll on the
9.
injury
Roll to
table.
hurt your knee.
My knee.
That's a line.
There's a crossbow bolt in the back of it.
I took an arrow in the knee.
It's laying on the floor like, ow.
I pretend to limp.
I took an arrow in the knee.
I wasn't listening. I didn't actually hear anything. I was just making sure you were okay.
It's okay, Eugene.
But honestly, I didn't hear anything.
I believe
I wanted to.
I believe you.
Oh god. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, you guys are showing off the boat, and
I give him a warlock wink.
Could you what's a warlock wing?
Yeah, could you specify the warlock?
the wing between the
Let's
walls.
For some reason,
How do you know the difference between a warlock wing
Oh,
and
you'll
a...
find out who knows the difference.
for some reason, I went to a walnut whip. I don't know why.
It's very similar.
He
That's the
he
chocolate of the
he kind
wall.
of looks at you, deadpan, and then looks at the rest of his crew and turns off to do something.
Goodbye.
Okay, so you make your way back on the rowboat to Delnori.
What time is it now? About like
It's about-
With the boat trip, you probably get back around just before lunch. You know.
Of course it is.
Lunch
Food
and
time.
planning.
what are we doing now?
So you are on the dock. Detrius bids you farewell, ties it up, and he walks off into.
You say,
Yeah.
so it's like, is it like midday? Do we want to do anything else today? Or...
Well, we also haven't talked about what everyone found out in their research yet.
Yeah,
We need to do a consolidation and conspiracy boarding and work out what we're doing next. We don't have to consolidate conspiracy board today, but that is an option, because I'm just saying, for
Maybe-
your benefit, we've not caught
I
up.
guess it's going to be a while to sail out there as well. Like we could proper conspiracy board like in
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the journey in 5 days?
Yeah.
You also have 5 days between.
Yeah.
Are we going to roleplay all of those 5 days?
Probably not.
Okay.
Unless people have stuff they want to do every single day. But you could also equally take that time as downtime. So you want, if you want another 5 days earning gold.
Well, we want to go and blow up a...
Yeah, that's
I know.
it.
I still suggest doing that towards the end so we can just go
Yeah.
on a boat. And
Do we
I
want to
agree.
stake out, like use the house and like the nest you used to
Yeah.
stake out, watch people going down in and see if anyone's
So-
using the house? Because
So I have a fun spell that I've not used before. That I can use, like...
Is it earwig?
No, where'd it go? Clairvoyance.
I hope you read the terms and conditions.
Scrying spell. Although,
You have scrying.
it's clairvoyance.
Okay.
So, I need to buy a focus worth 100 GP. Either a jeweled horn for hearing or a glass eye for seeing.
Okay. And so is it like scrying, but you only have one, either seeing or hearing, or?
So, you create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, and the range is a mile. A place you've visited or seen before, so we've been there, so I can go there. Or in an obvious location that's familiar to you, but I've been there, so it's fine.
Wow. Okay.
It remains there for the duration, which is 10 minutes, and can't be attacked or interacted with. So I can choose seeing or hearing, and see through the sensor as if I was there.
Okay.
And I can switch between seeing and hearing as an action. A creature that can see the sensor, such as something using see invisibility or true sight, sees the orb, like in scrying.
Okay, cool. Didn't know that. I did not know that spell. That's really cool.
I've not used it yet. I didn't realise
That is really
It's
cool.
the third level one.
Okay.
So I guess is the house within a mile?
The Thieves Guild. Or the Old Thieves Guild. Are you
The
talking about
house near the cave.
Stick
where? Oh, the
the
houses.
old-
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Oh god.
old-
Yeah. So the houses.
Yeah,
You
that
could
is
walk-
the old
Do we-
Thieves
do we-
Guild.
Yeah. So you could walk. You're at the docks, probably further than a mile, but you could totally walk. It wouldn't take you long. You walk nearby. You would be in range of both the house and the archway underneath.
If we went to the old
ground.
diver,
Yeah, you would be within a mile there.
Cool. So I'm gonna buy that focus.
Cool.
So 100 gold on that.
don't add.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
find that.
then throughout the next couple of days, as we're like staking out, I want to spend. Well, I can do it 3 times a day, I guess.
Okay, so let's say you buy it pretty soon. So you walk. It's midday. You walk into town. Does anyone else want to purchase anything? We don't have to role play it, unless it's something you want to role play. I know you've got something you want to do, but
I don't need to roleplay it, but I want to get some stuff to make my bird.
Cool, you can.
So I've
get
got the
any
coil
fancy
shard.
parts?
I don't technically know, but I just need to get like the metal stuff to actually.
Does it cost anything?
Well, no, but I still have to have like the item to imbue or infuse with the magic. So I guess like some parts that I can shape into a bird, or if it's like a clockwork toy shop, if there's like a little bird that's
I would say that.
already
I mean,
made.
you can. It's kind of up to you. I think that you would be able to find, for example, ornaments that look like birds that you could use. Maybe there's some that are made out of wireframes that you could use as a guide. But I would say
the wireframe's a cool idea because I kind of want to make it myself. But maybe just like a template.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. And then so that and the metal parts, maybe 10 gold.
Cool.
Okay. Anyone else? So you buying your horn, or
I'll buy the creepy glass eye.
so that's just to see.
Because you should be able
Glass
to
eye
lip read, right?
seeing. Oh, right, okay.
Fucking hell, yeah. So you can hack it, probably.
Yeah, that's true. I'll buy the
play.
glass eye.
Thanks.
Smart.
You're welcome.
Jesus.
Hacked it. Can we use the switch? I can hear with my eyeballs.
That's horrid. I can hear with my eyeballs.
Okay.
Jeez.
So you guys are in town. You've bought some metal parts. Freya, you bought the glass eye worth 100 gold.
Just carrying around an eyeball.
Yeah, it's like an old prosthetic, like that someone's mounted on so it's like a creepy ornament. Yeah.
Creepy.
Do we want to use the house to stake out, see if they're using the house and the space underneath it?
Well, we've been a few times. I don't think they are using that house because they've got a separate entrance.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if they are going to be down there and we want to get the jump on them, if we all go down in the lift, then I mean we're just walking straight into them. We can't all go through the tunnel because it was difficult getting across the water.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah,
What-
that's not going to be pleasant.
If is there anyone that I can get someone across the water, but I can't get myself across. I don't know if anyone can jump
How far
across that
was the
distance.
water? It wasn't.
30 feet at its narrowest.
Yeah.
Which is where
this
the old
a
bridge
different
was.
thing. I was also thinking about this swimming bit rather than jumping across. I can get across, and I can take someone with me.
Do two people want to go that way and then like sneaky people and then
The
jump
only
in?
thing with me doing that is I'm out a spell. I'm straight up out one of my 2 spells to do that. But I can do it, but it's also a shame because the damage is done where I leave from.
Yeah.
So it's not the most efficient use of anything unless we immediately take a short rest straight after it.
We can.
I can make 3 people invisible.
Yeah, exactly. So we can go in
We can go down the lift and
So 3 people go down the lift, and then I can
invisible, and then we can go down.
I can
bounce
cast that
myself.
too.
Because I can fly, so I can jump down like if I'm invisible.
This was-
I can make people invisible too.
So we could probably
was,
all be invisible.
This was another one. What's our aim? Is it to destroy the archway, or are we trying to kill Chrysophane?
Well, we want
Or
to kill
both.
Chrysophane, but there is something that came up in Moxie's stuff that we haven't talked about, so don't technically know.
If
that
we
it's
do that
relevant
over
to-
the next few days, if it's relevant to the arch, we definitely talk about that.
Where are you guys wandering at the moment? Back to the Night Mountain, or
So
Yeah.
I can only
Just
make
telling
2 people
lunch,
invisible.
probably.
Oh, I can make 2 people invisible.
You got-
Better than
you
none,
got
though.
third- You got 3rd
Some of
slots,
us have outfits.
so you can make 1 person.
Yes.
They
No, I've
will
got 2
try
slots.
to probably
And you
recognise
can
myself.
change your appearance as well.
Oh, is it? Oh shit, and then one person.
Well.
Do you want to go in as what's her name, Maldrin's mum?
No. Don't complicate it way more. No, but I did spend a lot of time perfecting the appearance of the guy that we killed.
That's true.
That would be good.
Yeah.
We could, so a couple of people could go in posing as bringing down items. We know they was stealing gold bars. Could we have an illusionary crate of gold bars
Can
or
anyone
something to
do
bring
that?
down? And then like,
I can.
I mean,
Feels like
Eugene
reverse
could,
Ocean's
if it's an
11.
illusion, Eugene could hide inside the crate of bars and jump out.
But I don't think anyone has an
And what do you
an
expect me to
illusion
do
that.
after I jump out?
Murder them.
Oh yes, because I am quite murderous, aren't I? Well, I suppose
You've done
I
it
have
before.
I know, but I believe I will probably be killed myself if I did that.
It's trying to get the element of surprise. I mean,
I could
they're
just
probably
shout
not.
surprise and then what? Ha!
The other thing is we
With
don't know
Alfred
if we're
Professor.
being tailed. Like
Yeah.
we have not been secretive at all. We know that previously the Arms has been looking for us, like legit, but we haven't been secretive. They could straight up be listening right now and know what. Like, I'm not convinced we have any element of surprise on them. I think they know that we're going to come down at some point. We've fought them too many times for them to think we're just going to leave them alone.
So we pick our moment. Do we pick our moment when they're?
I
We
think-
watch and wait, and when they're not down there,
we
set a trap.
We spent a lot of time looking at before looking at who went in and out when we staked it out last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So do we know a rough schedule for like?
Well, can we use the
What
next few
happens?
days to work out a rough
Yes,
schedule?
With clairvoyance, we'll be able to see when people aren't in there.
And literally what they're doing.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
the one day you staked out one day, right? A whole day,
Yeah.
pretty much. There wasn't. Yeah, it was hard to say there was a pattern.
Yeah.
But they were coming. They'd come and go a couple of times a day. But yeah.
Eugene, you knew a lot about the rock around here.
I've got a little interest in it, but I wouldn't say I'm a geological expert.
Maybe we should get the guide back.
Oh no, his geological
need to
knowledge
know
was
about the rock?
subpar.
Oh, you wanna know if
No,
it's gonna
I'm just
collapse?
worried that you might have set off some sort of earthquake if you set a bomb off in there.
If we set a bomb off, it might destroy the archway.
Would it
But-
destroy the archway permanently?
Would it?
No, we'd probably be able to repair it.
But
They are,
could.
so yeah.
But, I mean, if it's taken them this long to repair a couple of bits of it, the other option was if we. I mean, you can fly up, attach the bomb to the ceiling of the cavern, use a long fuse. We just go back up the lift, run away, set it for like 5 minutes, run down the street, and then 5 minutes later, boom. And
I'm
it's
not convinced
collapses.
we're going to get a long enough fuse in there, and that straight up sounds like me killing myself, which I'm down with, but...
I'm not.
Quick question, can I this is 2 points of clarification. The bomb that they set off, was that the base of a cliff?
It was at
it
the
a
top of the
tower?
chimney.
Top of the chimney, but was that chimney underneath the cliff?
No, it was
Because I'm
kind
asking
of. But,
because do you remember where it was like Chrysophane wants us at the bottom of the cliff?
oh, I see what you mean.
Could one
Possibly.
make the assumption that that is...
So roll an intelligence check.
I think the explosive can be set off by fire or lightning.
yeah.
Damage.
We can make a fuse.
Yeah, we can make a fuse.
16.
I'm just thinking, like, if we say threw a bomb at Chris Payne and Moxie was to fireball at the same time, it's definitely going to go off, and it might kill him.
So
Something gonna hurt him.
base of the cliff
It's a big
could
bomb.
mean
That's a big fireball.
like one of two things maybe. Yes, the Artificers Guild was below a cliff, and it was like a carved out piece. But then a step below that, the larger cliff in the city, that would, if someone said, "Oh, at the cliff in Delnori," it would be more likely that they're talking about the beneath the Deus Ward. So where you guys probably are walking around to the Night Mountain, you can see this large cliffside that leads up to 100 feet up to the Deus Ward.
And what was the time difference between that conversation and blowing
Kaboom.
up?
I think it was a couple of days.
What I'm trying to ascertain is if this is another location we should be interested in, or if it's more likely that that was just a meeting point to get ready to blow up the Deus Ward thing.
Yeah, it's tough to know. Yeah, I think they said Chrysophene wants to meet beneath the cliff. It could have just been a meeting point. It was, I think, at least a day.
Yeah, it was time. There
Yeah.
was time.
So it wasn't like they went and then boom. So
No. Something to consider.
Another job we don't know about.
So you guys are walking to the Night Mountain. You make your way there. You're greeted by Hurub, the barman.
Isn't it
Walk
Hurub?
in, Hurub, yeah.
We called him Horub.
Hurub. Hurub. And he gives you food if you wish. It's a couple of copper.
Oh, sorry, I lost the plate. How much do I owe you?
Silver.
Does that seem reasonable?
No.
I believe him and give him the silver.
I'm gonna be like, wait, hold on. Are you sure that plate costs a silver?
With my plate,
Can I insight check him?
you can.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, he's having Eugene on.
I think you're being mean to my friend.
Well, call it a recompense for not bringing back your belongings that weren't belonging to you.
But can't he just pay you what the plate was worth rather than a silver,
Well, I've
which
got to
seems
go out
really
and buy
steep?
another one now, haven't I?
Well, I'll go and get you one.
What about the sentimental
Don't worry about it. It's just don't do it again.
He promises, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can you give him a silver back?
Yeah, you never gave it to Nolan, did you?
Okay.
That might have like slapped.
Another question. How do you wash your plates?
Oh no.
With soap.
Really? Well, fascinating. No, never mind. I was just intrigued.
Eugene is learning.
Do you want anything else or food, drink?
We're getting food, aren't we?
We just have the food in the
Lunchtime.
Gives you
newspaper.
lunch.
I'm getting spit in my food.
We took on the group fund.
We
Yeah.
talked about the enchanting.
Yes.
How much time?
A very long time. If you were to enchant something just by casting on it every day, it'd take months.
Okay. What if you cast multiple times a day?
It'd take a long time. You can pay people to do it, but then they would be specific enchanters who would imbue it
Let's go.
much faster.
So why did you add
Like if we're
why
not
did you
doing
add
anything
two?
much during the downtime,
Did too much on the dream.
I can cast 9 times a day, and some are upcast.
What is it that you're trying to?
Took 2
So
Create.
I want to
things.
I want to try and turn the locket into I think it was a parapet of healing.
Yeah, it would take a really long time to do that.
Okay.
It would take. I mean, I couldn't find. I couldn't find a calculation, but because enchanting is different than just casting on it. The quickest way would be through artificing, the quickest and cheapest way.
Yeah.
So you could pay someone to do that at the Artificers Guild, and it would have kind of a more mechanical, coil shard focused ability, where you could go to the Whispered Word and you can pay them. It'd be quite a lot of money though.
I'll park that idea for now.
What is the healing parapet? What does it do?
Basically, when you drop to 0,
It brings
you
back on.
jump up again.
Yeah.
It's something for another.
Yeah, okay. If you're going to consider doing something like that in a downtime period,
Yeah.
I'll have a look and see what your options are.
Yeah.
If they're anything more than paying someone to do it,
Yeah. Cool.
But it would take a long time. Like if you were to say in game time, I'm going to do it every day, and I'm going to put all my spell slots into it, then we can talk about a reasonable amount of time. But it would still take weeks.
So it's just like there'd have been the time, like when we're downtime in the library, the downtime now, downtime on the boat. Like if we're not doing anything, I can just pump spells into it.
Yeah, I'll have a look for the.
We'll work it out another
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Let me do it.
Did we bother planning, or did we just like watch and then just go down there the day before?
We kind of need to plan because we need to get on the same level of what we want to do with the gate. Like if we do just want to destroy it straight away, or if we won't. We need to talk about what you found out about it.
Yes.
I mean,
sure.
if we remove Dolan from the equation, does it just then sit there for however long untouched again? Or is he working as part of something else?
Well, he was trying to extend his life, wasn't he?
Yeah, so
He's looking
it's probably
for
just
shivers.
it probably just ends with him. Maybe.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we just seek out Dolan and kill him. He's like the leader of the whole cult, I
We'll
guess.
probably
Sorry,
need
Kim.
to at least we need to wipe him out, but who's to say that these guys are already very corrupted by his magic? If we kill him, do they just revert back to being the old Thieves Guild, or do they carry on with the same objective? They will seem, because we have that journal from them, and it starts off very normal, and then they get quite fixated on this. Who's to say that isn't going to break when he goes?
Yeah.
So we would have to wipe them all out anyway.
Just gonna have to belt some braces and do everything.
Could Mordorin sort of take the reins of some of it and control some of?
As far as
like
we
the
know,
fallout?
he's not magic. That's the kind of, if they're fixated on it, and it's a magical impact, especially with all of the physical components of that. Like that, if that's just now a part of them, there is nothing that anyone is going to be able to do aside from repeatedly casting things like Greater Restoration to try and like unbrainwash them.
Yeah, because the rats were like fixated, weren't they?
The rats were fixated. It was only when the thing broke, like we can try and break it, but even he was still broken. He wasn't real. He wasn't like back to normal.
Yeah.
If they did go back to normal or pretty normal, it would sort of be like the Thieves Guild rivalries between the two, and maybe he could.
If it goes back to normal, then yeah, he will probably just.
If it doesn't,
there's enough power there to be
him.
able to work that out. That's fine. It's more if they still are twisted.
Then it's a big.
Then we have a bigger problem because anyone could reinstate themselves at the top of that. If anyone found out what they were doing, you could easily have someone just come back in. Sophia found them. He might be interested in Shivers. Who fucking knows? Like.
Kill Dolan, destroy the arch, or
How are we going to kill this person? I don't really think we might not have the possibility of doing it. We're just going
He's
to.
immortal.
if we feel like we can't kill him, or things are going badly, we just blow the archway and run and jump on a boat and.
We have to make sure that the archway is beyond saving.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to repair it again.
I mean, it will take them a long time. There's a lot that needs to go to it, but yeah, they will just repair it.
We could go out on the boat, find something cool out there. I mean, there's a chamber with secrets of the gods and that. Maybe there's like a secret off switch or something.
But also, you leave the like possibility if we just get everyone into trouble and run, we're leaving an entire city with a madman who we've just absolutely pissed off. Like, yeah.
Do we try and do like a two-pronged but joined up strategy where half of us try and draw Dolan to the archway while the other half are making a start on destroying it?
I imagine if they get far enough along, he'll be there.
That's what I'm kind of hoping, but then if he doesn't,
we can see.
We can
see if he turns up.
Look, see?
Yeah.
I want to, like, when I do it across separate spells, I want to do one of them watching whatever they're doing, working on the actual archway itself, like in front of the archway, and the other one, like, in the little tent where they were doing all the stuff to see what they're working on.
And we'd get like get an overview and see how many people we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And if we see arms, no one go near him. we don't want like Eugene getting ripped in half.
No.
Don't say that ever again.
Okay.
Awful.
Is that what you're doing? So it's probably start after lunch. You just finished your meat sandwiches.
Love that for us.
So is the plan for the next few days mostly just staking out surveillance, looking at their routine, seeing if Christophane does come down to the archway and when?
If someone is able, it might be good to keep an eye on him in the maze market. If there's anyone who's unsuspicious to him.
I mean, I can do it, but he has seen my face.
He's never seen me.
He's never seen me either. I could.
Well, you guys could.
You guys take turns, so it's not obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, the only place you know that
You have to find him.
someone was trying to find him in the maze market, and you can remember you couldn't find him. So the only place you know that they've been is when you were staking them out. You don't know anywhere. You don't know where else that they could be. But, yeah.
As in, we probably won't be able to find him in the maze market anymore.
You might be able to
because he's gone. Okay.
I'm just saying you don't have to
this
tell
is
me.
so confusing
You
now.
don't have to tell me your entire week's plan right now. You can just do the day, and then you can always take the evening to plan or whatever. But don't
But
feel
I
like
think we're working out the plan.
This is essentially an afternoon of trying to work out what we're trying to do.
Over the next few days.
Because also,
in a
if we
general
just
sense.
wait until the evening to plan,
We're not doing anything.
we've not got
at
anything
that
else to
time.
do.
okay, I'll leave it to you guys.
Okay. talk to us about what you discovered about the other side of the gate.
Okay, so I was doing some research on the labyrinthine, or Onru, and some part of it I came across this talking about burrowings, which I think that was something which.
There was
That's
something
the Great Burrowings, is
Yeah.
where they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in some way, Onru is linked to. Well, it's possible that Onru is linked to what Chrysophane is up to, which is terrifying in its own way because this Onru sounds like a nasty character.
Who's Onru?
So, Batista, when I met Batista, he said that Julian had tethered himself to the labyrinthine. So it's potentially like a warlock patron kind of scenario for Julian as well.
So there's two groups going in the burrowings.
Well, that might just be where his patron is. But
Does he have access to there from somewhere else inside? It can't be all through the same gate.
I have no idea. But
Maybe Julian doesn't want to go there. It's just his patron.
But
as it were.
one thing that this Onru he's called one of his things is a collector of lost things, and one thing that caught my interest was souls. And I keep on hearing every now and then I hear Ansel, my brother. So I don't know, but maybe Onru has Ansel.
What does your brother say when you hear him?
He just is calling out to me, just saying, "Sister." I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really tried to actually. I haven't tried to actually get in touch with Ansel, but it's something I could maybe try. Like one night, I could try and focus.
That would be worth doing.
Yeah,
Because wasn't it also specifically souls that have met violent ends,
yeah. Which would, yeah,
which would track, given that Hansel got fucking stabbed.
yeah.
Well, that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, and I mean it talks about burrowings and there's loads of tunnels, so maybe there's more than one entrance to get into these places, but it is just a thought that maybe we would want to go in there, yeah.
Huh. Does that sound like a thing that you could collect souls?
I mean, you weren't here, but it is So his names were Onru, the Caustic One, the Great Hoarder of the Borrowed Worlds, a fiend thought to have originated from the Court of Desolence in the lowest fluxes of evil.
Jesus. This sounds like a terrible place.
Yeah.
The Borrowings themselves, in what Moxie found out, it became a pilgrim lord of the Borrowings after it was thrown out of the Court of Desolence. So it inherited Borrowings, and they became its sort of dwelling place. And there was another thing that you learned, Moxie, but there was loads of it, so don't blame you.
There was a lot. I gave up racing.
Yeah. It also spoke about how it started tunneling on its own, so it started making its own tunnelings. In its triumph, it began making new burrowings of its own, vicious tunnels that left the walls of the entanglement seething with scabs and scars. And it was thought to now rest. It's now resting in a once sealed place. This tower reported to be a great pyre between worlds. The mind boggles why it was sealed, or why this place was sealed away, and at the power of Onru's caustic miasma, if it is capable of burning through even divine sealing.
This ties into some of the things that we found.
Was I right about the souls that have met violent end? Or
You were exactly right, yeah.
I don't want to be dropping
There were-
false law.
No, I
there was
was going to
search-
read it out, but you nailed it.
Search
So.
parties between the worlds.
Yeah.
But with the TLR, when we spoke to them, they said an alien creature wanted to enter the entanglement, and it was Athea that let them in. And because something you said earlier, I'm not sure if I got it right last time. Is it the Star Eater?
Today?
Last time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was what they called
And then there
the
was the Word
creature.
Eater today. So they're two
Yes.
different entities. I didn't know if I...
Or
Assumed.
two different names.
Or, yeah.
It was also called the Void today.
So we might not necessarily want to go in today, but we don't know when we're next going to. Well, that's it. We're not 100% sure. I mean, it would track it like that there might be other entrances, but do we want to get rid of the one that we know where it is?
So we want to destroy it enough that it needs fixing for...
But then we'd have to fix it.
Take out
Or
Chris Fane and his gang.
And
Use
then
it for ourselves.
just...
And then
See,
destroy
we can
And
seal
hide
it
it.
off. Like there are ways of we can blow up the rest of the building, like that it's in. We can get rid of the lift. We can get rid of the like.
That's what I think could better.
I think that's going to be the answer. Keep it sealed away so that nobody else can get into it. They might not even have 100% fixed it, and we still have to do a little bit of fixing. But I don't think get rid of it. 'Cause I think
Okay.
blowing it up completely is. If there is a chance that we can go and fight Ansel, like
That's,
Do you
Let's
want
do this
me
then.
to try, and this is maybe stupid, do you want me to try and send a message to Ansel? If he's calling to you, it's not beyond the realms of possibility you could call to him.
I mean, yeah, it's worth a shot.
I don't know if a soul can hear a message,
Yeah.
but it works across planes of existence. So, one of the nights, I will attempt to send a message to Ansel. You got to tell me all about him. So that I'm familiar
I've got
with him.
an old shirt of his in my pack that you can have as well.
Oh, so you're not doing it now?
Oh, I'll do it over the next few. I could do
At
it
some
now.
point, yeah, it doesn't.
Do you want me to do it right now? I could do it right now.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him? Tell me now.
Oh, God. I don't know.
Actually, I
It's
can't do
more
it.
just- it's
I can't do it today because I don't have it prepared. I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess-
I guess it's we more just want to check see if it works. To be honest.
yeah.
So you're not doing it right now?
I'll do it
You're not
tomorrow
prepared.
morning.
Okay.
Like ASAP.
So you guys are in the Nine Mountain, you're in your little seating area, your empty plates stacked in the middle of the table. What's the plan for, I guess, so tomorrow one of the things you're gonna do is try and message Ansel.
Today we could do the rest of today.
Have
we
you
could-
got quite
a lot
I
of
can
stock
do.
today?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you can do some surveying. Cool. Surveilling.
I was going to say that'd be different otherwise.
Survey the landscape.
It's
Okay.
really fun. I've not done it before.
Sure. So, yeah, is that what we're going to do now? Afternoon's ahead.
If we go upstairs to the little private bit.
Sun's out.
Do you need to be closer?
Yeah.
Are we within a mile now?
No, in the Night Mountain, you probably have to walk. I would say you know where the bridges are. One of the ones you marked. Up to the
by
Skirt
Skirt
Street.
Street.
Yeah. So if you basically at the kind of confluence of those three canals.
So if we went to the old diver and hung out there for the
Yeah.
afternoon.
That's within a mile of underground.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Skirt Street's quite a small place, even all three.
Cool, well, let's just go there then.
Okay.
Wander over there.
Make your way across town. It's a beautiful day, and the sun is high in the sky. It's shining. The days are quite short in Delnori because of the walls, and it's really bright out right now. You drinking some water. It's a really nice walk, and you make your way into some of the shaded areas of Skirt Street. There's a few people bustling around. There's a couple of canal boats that go underneath the bridges out into the main marina. And you are at the confluence of all three of the fissures. You are kind of it's like a little square on the kind of boardwalk area where you could take any of the roads. So you go up to the old diver and you're greeted by Morning. She kind of went and roleplay it all, but she says hey to all you and hasn't seen you all for about a week. She gives you a drink on the house.
Oh, has there been anyone shifty in here? Ask Morning.
Well, we get all sorts in here.
Is there anybody asking for us?
Called a scale.
No, not anyone asking after you guys.
That was so weird. How's Clayton doing?
Clayton's not with you guys. He was
But he was staying in the old diver.
right. Oh, you're asking morning.
Yeah.
I was asking Matt. Right. Sorry, Charlie.
Who's
He's Matt.
Fuck's sake.
That's the first time I've done that. Yeah. The morning's like on with regard to Clayton. Yeah. He's been keeping himself busy.
Good lad.
He's usually back pretty late.
He's just babes.
Becoming a little nocturnal. I think he's out right now, but he tends to work during the night most of the time.
Oh no, he's jiggling me.
Oh no.
Clayton with us for this fight?
If he wants, he didn't really want to get involved.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
kind of done with our shenanigans.
It's pretty heavy shenanigans, to be fair.
He just
I
wants
spent
to
all that
live a
time
chill
training
life.
He just wants to earn some gold and take a bath.
I spent all that time training her after he
Bathing is
got
good.
massacred by 3 cultists in Dustsmith. For
Honestly, I'm
nothing.
going to try and set him up as an informant. Man does not like violence. Last time he got in violence, he nearly fucking died.
It was in cultists
So you
as well.
guys are back in your old seats.
Yeah.
Little booth to the corner of the old diver. There's like a mouldy old elk mount on the wall. It's like looking down at you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit in the corner, like facing away from the rest of the room. I'm like, I've not done this before. This is quite
Don't
exciting.
look at me.
Don't look at me. And I get out my creepy glass eye and I like put it in the palm of my hand. And I like shut my eyes. And then I guess I don't really know what happens.
Magic.
Magic happens. The eye like floats a little bit.
Sure.
Oh, can my eyes glow like Storm and X-Men?
Yes.
They're closed, babe. How would we know?
I open them suddenly and they glow like
Yeah.
Storm and X-Men.
We all
Except-
go, oh, it's like Storm from
Except when you open your eyes, you can't see the people around you. You see a dark cavern.
Does the eye in Freya's hand
It
also
also
go
goes.
stormy?
No, it blinks.
Oh.
Does it like move rapidly like in
Can I touch it?
Yeah, like
Love that.
round.
It
Her
does.
eyes going to be like this for the full... Oh no, it's only 10 minutes.
So it's like hovering and yeah, it's like twitching.
I kind of want to touch the eye, but I won't.
Poke it in the eye.
Ow!
What you see is the familiar space of the archway. So whereabouts were you placing it?
Like just plunk in the middle of the cave.
Like above it, kind of thing,
Yeah,
like
like
bird's
up
eye.
in the sky.
Cool. You see the space, and from this perspective, it is as you remembered. Off to the left in the dark, you see the rushing river, the small pathway that you guys walked down and hopped across where this old bridge was. And then on the plateau, directly beneath you, you can see a group of people working. And the archway, you see where before it had broken segments, bricks were missing from the main arch form itself, and some of it had sunken. Now it is a patchwork of gold molded into veins between broken opal bricks, and there are symbols printed into some of these gold fillings. You can see these stalactites hanging sort of at the edge of your vision as you're quite high up, and you can see 5 touch lotus people. And to the right of the archway, they're kind of working around tables. There is that tent still there. They're working around it. Some of them are carving things into and polishing the gold parts of the archway. There is a copper pipe that runs from the base of the archway to like a chair, and there's like a framework on the chair that looks like it's built for something. And to the right of the archway is a massive figure under a tarp. Far bigger, like 3 times the size of a person, but it's completely obscured by this tarp, and you can see them talking, and because your kind of vision is a bit weird up here, if you give me a perception check.
Okay.
Not going to let you straight lip read. That would be too much letting you
If
use
you were
your
right next to them,
skills.
if you're right
This
next
is a natural one.
Who poked? It was Eugene poking.
Yeah, you poked her in the eye. Yeah, you basically from this vantage point, because you're looking down on them, it's really hard to see them. Really hard to see their mouths. Unfortunately, but what you do see is
Slightly lower.
what you do see is an area with a table and
My evil plan.
you see a table near the archway. On it is an open book, a brazier, lots of ingredients of herbs. There are some bones. There are bottles of things, glass,
the Alchemist.
vials. There are tools laid out on in a leather pouch. And you give it. How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
Towards the end of the 10 minutes, you see from kind of the base of your vision the lift pushing down into view, and stepping off of it is the gaunt, tall figure, Dolan, Christophine.
Oh, so the person under the tent is not Dolan.
Yeah,
It's a
I
really
thought that as
tall
well.
thing.
I think it's like a
Under the
neck
top-
or
under the top.
something.
Oh, is it like a dead thing?
It's like 3 times the size of a person. It's like covered in a tarp. You can't
Like
really see it.
maybe a mech.
A mech that they're going to use to go through.
Or a statue or some shit.
I mean, does it have like those, like the creatures before had like those weird like patterns in it?
It's under a tarp.
can't
It's
see
under
it.
a tarp.
Under a tarp.
Can you put the eye under the top?
Up top.
Spicy.
Dolan walks across the space, and you can't obviously see his mouth from this vantage point, but he points to the archway, and then he starts working on something in his book, placing things in a brazier.
Okay. How done does the archway look?
It is whole.
Oh, it's whole. So they're
We
like
gotta go
they're
move.
pretty ready,
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's
Okay.
expedite this and see.
Well, when it ends, when that spell ends. Wait, we don't want to go today, do we? No, we've got a few days. Tomorrow?
Go tomorrow, I would
Yeah.
say.
Do we want to go lower and see what they're saying?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say. So I want to go, when the spell ends, I want to go down to the book, the big book, and try and read that.
Oh, okay.
And see if I
Well,
can
where
She's
Dolan's
got
standing.
ways that we can do it.
But above his head. So,
Okay.
like, out of his eye line. But like,
We're not just gonna like pop in front of him. So
Just that on his
I mean,
shoulder.
it is invisible, but he might have true
he might,
sight.
Yeah,
it's true
exactly.
sight.
It's up to you guys. I think I'm assuming that the vision is as good as yours, right? Of this
Yeah,
eye.
it doesn't say anything else.
So you could read it from, like how far away could you read a book? Maybe.
According to driving, you have to be able to see a number plate from.
Okay, the words are smaller.
It's just as big as a number plate.
I would say.
I mean,
Yeah,
can you read that?
you could do it above it.
Yeah. So like you could do it.
Oh, that's like 2
You
meters.
could you could say. I mean, it's I'm going to be reasonable. I think you can absolutely be above his head, but it won't be far because he's really tall.
Well, he's not going to look up. all
No,
the
he's
time,
got no
right?
reason
People
to look up.
hardly look up. It's like,
Unless they're Eugene.
well, yeah, I don't know how to look.
Permanently
Yeah.
looking up.
If I can, I kind of
That
want to
makes
be
sense
able
now.
to be like, ever like up here, but to a point where I can see his mouth moving as well.
Okay, so you want to be kind of in front but above him, so you can look and see his mouth
Yeah, but like.
and the book.
And then reading.
And just
outside.
as he's looking
Reading
down,
outside,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Also, we're going tomorrow. Like, let's be real. We are on the worst thing that's going to happen is he's going to kidnap us and we'll be at a disadvantage. Like, that is the worst thing that's going to happen because we're going to go there anyway.
Yeah.
What's he going to do that we're not already going to do? It's fine.
So
Famous last word.
I would say that if you want to see his mouth, you're going to have to go. You don't. You're right. He's an ex-alchemist, right? I know you're worried if he's going to be able to see you.
He might be a lich and he might have true sight.
It might have like anti-scrying stuff.
So you know that you do what you think. You tell me exactly where it's going to go, and that is where it will go.
All right. Well, he already spoke and he's probably busy, so maybe I don't even need to see his mouth. So go directly above his head so I can read the book.
Okay.
Done.
So it appears above his head. The book is
in another language.
Actually, I will check. I'm doing it.
Fucking hell.
You see him flicking through the book. You're there for 10 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. You catch the front cover at first, is the one thing you see at first. It is written in Basilman, Elvish, so you can read it.
You.
Well, you can speak the Latin too. The Latin.
It is called The Arbitel of the Burrowed Worlds.
Good name.
And you can see it becomes pretty clear that he is either casting or preparing to cast a ritual.
Okay, so we're going down a lift. We're saying we're here for the ritual.
Okay. From here, do I have a good view of that chair?
Oh yeah, sure.
Does it look like it's built for a human to sit in?
It looks like a copper pipe attached to the archway that runs along the floor. It spreads out into wires, and then there is a kind of clockwork headpiece, and it's sat on a chair at the moment, but it looks like effectively a crown, and there are mounting points in it.
Okay.
So it looks like something that someone's going to wear.
Does it look big enough for Chrysophane's big old head to fit in?
It looks like it would fit a large man's head in it.
Okay.
But is Chrysophane the size of a large man?
Yes.
Okay.
Very large man.
Very, very extra large man.
Oh, fuck's sake. What kind of shape is the thing under the top?
You can see...
Is it mech shape?
You basically can see like a lump at the top, which could be a head. It could... I mean, you're thinking that it's like a humanoidish shape, right?
Yeah.
It could fit that description, but it hangs very baggy over it.
Okay.
So it's hard to
Could also be a rocket.
5 people. We can take 5 people.
6.
Plus Chrysophane.
And a mech.
So like if we start lowering the lift down, throw the bomb over, and then when it's about to land, they're all going to look up and be like, why is the lift coming down?
You're gonna have to
and then
attach
just
the mech
boom.
bomb to the mech.
Yeah, the bomb's going on the mech. That's what's happening there.
And in that 10 minutes...
Fuck.
I just got to hope I don't get hit by fire.
In the 10 minutes, you see a Taj notice that you haven't seen before, a younger man, and you can't hear them, but Chrysophene goes over to talk to someone, and with this young man is Brass Eye. Chrysophene is talking to the Brass Eye guy with his back to you, and then he walks, he looks at the young boy. Brass Eye, you can probably read him, yes?
Young boy, young man.
Young man, sorry, he's not a young boy. He's probably in his
young
Let's be very clear about whether this is a child.
He's not a child. Not a child. Please God.
You need to choose your words more carefully, dude.
Because I'm thinking like a million things.
Young boy.
He so the Brass Eye guy then starts giving instructions to the young man, and he says, you can see from this vantage point his lips, because you're quite low down. He says, effectively, go up on watch as usual. You won't have to do it much longer. And then Chrysophene turns around and walks back to the table and looks directly at you.
I blink out.
Okay.
Good. Well.
Because you're like 6 feet above the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
So that's tomorrow's job, yeah? That's good for that, isn't
As long as he doesn't expedite, because he knows someone's watching now.
In that case, I'm gonna go and meet
Do
my
we go-
bird now.
Do we go? Do we go?
You said meet
Do we
my
go
bird.
sleep earlier and go like pre-dawn?
Oh, we could do. There's no reason we can't go to bed by
Because-
I mean, they might have a
7
nap.
p.m.
But I mean, if we got up at like 4 a.m,
Oh
it's
no.
going to be quiet.
It's not in real life, don't worry.
I don't care. Eugene's like, nah.
Someone said something about daylight saving.
We're weirdly attached to nighttime long rests when we don't need to. This is
Clayton's
D&D.
not. Clayton's loving the nightlife.
That might help us get him to come with us.
It's a good idea. We should expedite the long rest, maybe.
Yeah.
If anyone has anything they want to do it now.
I need to make a call.
No, send me your thing.
I need to make no, because you don't have it prepared today. This is the same day.
true.
That's tomorrow morning. I need to make a separate call.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going tomorrow, you want to save us.
You want to save us.
I have a potion of healing and a greater.
Oh, you.
I'll try finishing the other potion.
Have you rolled your lantern for today?
My last chance.
There's no sending in it.
I guess you do it after a long rest, right? For tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have
a potion of healing, so
Nothing.
I'm okay, I think.
I just think if you're going to be like up in the middle of it, I can bump your AC.
Right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, I can put +2 on our AC. It's concentration for 10 minutes.
Well, so that's for when we go down.
When
I
we
was
go
gonna say,
down.
yeah,
I was like,
But yeah.
why are you doing this now?
No.
Yeah, wait and
got
see
a
when
bit
we
ready.
get down there, and
Yeah.
if it looks like
We're like
Yeah.
a harvester. Nothing's gonna happen, right?
Also, look at us from having absolutely fucked around for a good hour, and now we're like,
Go.
we're going in.
Does anyone want potion of
Nah.
healing?
I have one, so I should be alright for soon.
before
Stop rolling dice!
I have to do it. I have to do that roll once a day.
Oh,
Why did you choose that point? Anyway, before
Oh,
I go to
God,
bed,
okay.
I would just
Well,
like.
it's the. You'll find out.
Delnori's just
Before
got
we
a new
go to bed,
arsehole.
I'd just like to speak to Murmur
Okay.
before I go to bed.
I will deal with this first, and then we'll deal with.
Oh, God.
Oh, we don't have to roll here. I would just tell you what I would say to him.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna say to him?
Just that we're gonna go into battle tomorrow.
Today,
Help me.
It's gonna keep you safe, but also if you can help me in any way,
It's got 2
like
communes, which is
the
useless.
veil and stuff, just
Nothing.
let me know.
He does say something. I know I said I'd deal with this after, but
Oh,
he does say
sorry.
something. We go to the shiver.
Yes, we know that. We knew that.
Yes, we do go to the shiver.
Because Chrysophane's got a shiver.
Because Chrysophane was the person who had the shiver when we were lost.
It is in pain.
Yeah. Do we want to help the shiver?
They want to be don't they recombine?
They could become an alien.
Because you would need to fix thingy, right?
Yeah.
Is that by collecting
using him?
shivers?
No, using him.
Oh, okay, fine.
We can connect with it and either fix or consume it, or we must do something.
Okay. So if tomorrow when we get near the shiver, if I think we're near the shiver, if I speak to you, will you guide me?
I will try.
Okay. Thanks, Barbara. I give him a little scratch on his tiny little head.
He likes it.
Oh.
Sleep tight, Shiver. Shiver. Sleep tight, Shiver. Sleep tight, man.
You two. And it flutters to the end of he flutters to the end of your bed and just perches there until he disintegrates eventually in the night. So that roll, which I've been waiting to do for ages.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And
Was
very
it
well
69?
timed. No, it wasn't. Oh my fucking god!
69?
Yes, it was.
The one good 69.
I was looking at it like, wait a minute.
No, it's not.
Does that mean
You can
Endle's
see
back
something
now?
right there.
Oh, God, it is.
What are the chances?
Nothing happens.
That's amazing.
So funny.
69.
Sentinel.
Oh, fuck.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
No, just be like, who's Sentinel? I'm dead.
That's not me.
You hear a voice in your head.
Oh, fuck.
Not a voice in your head.
I'm not mad
She's so mad.
unless you reply to me, in which case I'm fuming. Please reply. Please let me be mad at you.
Hi, darling. That's it. Just hi, darling.
Okay, she doesn't reply.
Okay, I go and get my book. Get my book out. So I don't suppose you've received a letter from a friend of mine called Pharaoh yet, have you?
Who is he staying with her?
I'm so fucked.
I have other things on my mind.
Oh.
You can yell at me, just understand that every 25 words or so I have to say something like a platitude. Just, I'm not interrupting you, it's just so you can keep yelling at me. Go.
How about you say, yes, you're right.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, yeah, you're right, 100%.
She doesn't reply for a while, and then she says, be honest with me, are you okay?
I wasn't. I'm doing a bit better today. I promise I was going to call you tonight.
You said you were going to speak to me every day.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't want to, that's fine.
No.
I know you are busy, but I was expecting it, and I trust you, but I got scared.
I mean, I didn't think you'd notice.
There's another pause. And then
I'm not lying.
there's a Jacqueline on the page, and then there's another pause. You're a fucking idiot.
I thought you would be busy and you wouldn't notice a few days of...
I am busy, but stop being an idiot.
I mean, that's very difficult for me.
Like, I miss you, and I am incredibly mad right now, and so I'm probably not.
No, be mad. You have every right to be mad. I'm a fucking idiot.
You're only an idiot because of the way you treat yourself.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. How much psychic damage do I take?
Mum and Mum are fighting.
If you want me to come, I will.
You're not going to get here quick enough. Can you get here tonight?
No, I can't fucking get there tonight.
Then we're leaving in like 5 more days.
Where are you going?
On a boat.
To...
Oh, sorry, it's a ship.
And the ship is going to...
Yelanreire,
which is...
in the middle of the ocean.
Great.
Yeah. For like, it's only going to be like a good 6 weeks, don't worry about it.
Well, can you... Okay, now you have to message me every day and at least try and attempt to give me rough locations, how you are, how everyone is.
Yeah.
I just... Look, this is a very different life to the one that we were living a year ago. Yeah, well, has it been a year?
Well, how long
About 2 weeks.
How long ago did Ansel die? It's over a year now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different one to the life that we were living a year ago, and it's a different one to the one we were living 2 years ago.
But it's, in many ways, it's a hell of a lot better. I just wish that I was with you in more ways than this, and you feel around your finger, you feel her hand, as the ring of warm touch takes on her mauve kind of colour.
I do the same back.
Maybe we just need to just try more. I've just bought a load of sending sticks, and I was gonna basically break these until I got a response. So
yeah, no, I know it wasn't fair. I just couldn't help but remember when Ansel died, and the first thing you did when you snuck into my room was say that you didn't care if we got in trouble because your best friend needed you. And I'm like, I'm not putting you through that knowing that you can't do anything.
I can do whatever I want, darling.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And this won't be forever. This place is changing over the last few weeks. If you'd been speaking to me...
Fucking hell.
Then
Yeah. Yell at me some more, it's fine.
Julian is really clamping down on the Syndicate. The entire Grand is becoming... It's spreading. We are taking over areas that were way out of our bounds, and the place is swarming with Apatheos who are not interested in us. They don't care about the accord with the Empire. All they care about is what happened at the Debile's estate. The place has been pulled to the ground. It is bad here.
Yeah.
I think I will. I just need to... I need to make a plan, and I think I need to be more honest with my mother, at least.
How more honest?
Not that honest.
Thank you, God.
But I think I need to have a frank conversation with her about, without naming anyone, that I know roughly what happened in the Debile's estate, and that I think that plus Julian... I don't want to say that Dustmere is no longer safe, but...
Doesn't feel safe.
No, I'm not seeing my children anymore. I think a lot of them have, fled. The Apatheos have sent a lot of people in hiding anyway. But look, what I mean is this isn't going to be forever, and I'm fine, and I want to make sure you're fine, and I love you, and please don't ignore me.
I wasn't ignoring you. There was nothing to ignore. I was just hiding. Because I knew what you'd say if you found out I went on a 5-day-long bender.
Has the bender ended?
Yeah, and that's why I was going to call you tonight to prove that I could do it. I didn't want to call you when I was still drunk and realise that I was wrong, because then you'd be like, you're a fucking idiot and you're drunk, go away. I wanted to prove that I could do it for one day, and then I could carry on with the other days and it'll be fine.
And you did it?
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Right, I am going to go and burn off some of this anger.
You can yell at me some more if you want. I can't hear it. It just comes out as written really lots of capital. So you can just yell at me and it's fine.
Fuck you. I'll speak to you later.
Okay. Love you.
I love you.
Love you.
She writes it again and again, and we'll continue to write it again and again.
That's so many hours.
And I would say when you're writing the scribbles back and forth, you just feel like a tugging on your the longest part of your jacket. Where
Sorry.
And it's and basically Zeal standing there
Seal, I'm having a moment.
Yeah. Are you done?
A message comes out, I have to go. Oh my god. I'm really sorry. There is a small squirrel shouting at me. I can't deal with both of you shouting at me.
Are you writing? What are you writing?
I'm just writing to Kaz.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He
climbs up your shoulder and just stands
Is he
there.
nosing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just let me know when you're done. And he just turns his back. Look.
Yeah, I'd say a small squirrel is annoying me. I have to go.
All right. Be kind to yourself.
Fight me.
I will.
No, you can't. She's not even here.
Fuck you. Just the book. Nice. Look, I understand that a lot's been going on, and I saw that you were getting little notes and things, and I just felt a bit like, well, look, you're going through things, and I don't understand them. Probably makes me rather useless in this regard, but...
Don't call yourself useless.
Okay.
None of this.
Exactly.
Fuck off,
But, I'm going to be honest, and I don't like this, but I chose to spend much of my time with you because you make me feel alive, and I don't really remember what my life was, but I hope it feels like this. Anyway, I want you to know that we're... There's I'm just gonna, and he pulls out like a piece of paper from his jacket. Look, yes, I think you know that we're both here for you, but this is more kind of related to what you were looking up last week, and I felt rather useless at the time, but I'm remembering things. But the forgotten is worse, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm having thoughts I don't think I can voice with the Enigmora. So if your ears are open, I don't.
Lay it on me, little bud.
Well, we always thought the forgotten was this thing that was eating away memories, and the subtle house, a curse of his own making. But what if it's not? If it's spreading, then we should be remembering less, but we're remembering more. We're becoming more lucid, and it doesn't make any sense. And
I mean, I did say this to him the last time I went in, and he was not for my idea of that maybe the forgotten is a good thing in theory.
Well, it's hard for us because it's so ingrained in myself, and I believe him, to run scared from it for thousands of years, unless we were to be forgotten.
I'm not going to forget you, am I?
Well, I just wondered if the place is held together by seals, well, like you were doing all of your research, could it be that as those are breaking, the forgotten is also breaking? I don't know.
Well, this is what I wanted to come and talk to him about, because I did find out. Because I remember that he didn't know what they were. Great seals that are hiding away the instruments of the Great Unbinding, right? That is what they are for. They were made by Septum Carl to hide the mistakes and things and the instruments of the Great Unbinding.
Right.
So my working assumption is that they are a prison.
Prison. They're great seals. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, maybe. And then if they break and the subtle house breaks...
So you can come out.
But it is our home. It is your home as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found something else. And he takes this thing out of his little waist. Can you open your book again?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he hops onto it, and he starts with his little mini quill, he just starts writing in it.
How small is this?
It's really small, yeah. Yeah, the writing is really small. And it takes a while, but what he starts drawing is a ritual spell. This it can only be used once a week, but it's called the Subtle Doorway, and it means that you can bring people into the house for a time. It may be something we can extend or change, but this was all I could find. Some of them I'm not so sure about, but...
How many people and for how long?
You can bring... So the spell is... it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Mm-hmm. It's a classic ritual spell.
Yeah. Range of 10 feet, and it lasts for up to 24 hours, and...
Oh, so you can just keep coming in and out for 24 hours if I held it?
So the way it works is you effectively draw a doorway out of chalks that cost 50 gold. They're stained with your own blood. Or you can use a seal crafter's kit. The seal that match...
Or a finger.
Could I just use my finger?
Once you've cast the spell, the floor inside the doorway drops away, revealing pitch black square tunnel. You and up to 6 others must leap down and appear within 5 feet of your desired location in the subtle house. and that at will, the doorway in Discordia, or whatever plane you originated from, disappears, but the spell remains active until you intentionally end it, or the 24 hours runs out. At either point, doorways will open within 5 feet of all of those who entered the subtle house, and they are safely returned to within 5 feet of the original doorway.
Weird. Does this need to coincide with the once a week that I can have free reign? So I can have free reign twice. Essentially, have free reign twice.
If you were to cast this spell, then you would get another one for your own set for yourself.
Sick.
So cool.
But, yeah.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait, so we get to meet your sugar daddy?
No.
we're gonna hide from him.
We're gonna
Wait, hide and
absolutely
seek.
not
I'm
go
good
and
for a
see
D&D
him.
game of hide and seek. I'm really good at hiding. No one ever finds me.
I'll send you that. I haven't put it on D&D Beyond because I was worried that people would find it. So I will put it on.
Sure.
And I just before he does that, do you know? Oh, I show him the picture that I have of Toyaska that I drew. Do you recognise them?
This is the one that you saw in the book of the sort of warrior. No, who is it?
Toyaska. Was in the new wing in the house.
Oh, I didn't know that was named after a person.
I mean, it would make sense. I looked up the word, and this is what I found.
It sounds like a word I should know, but I don't.
That's fine. We still got to work on getting more of your memories back anyway, little bud.
Yeah. Well, see ya.
We got a big day tomorrow. Do a little nap. Where are you sleeping, bud?
He would literally just nuzzle anywhere. Okay. So, plan.
Sleep.
We're gonna go in.
You're making
Beat bird.
making the bed this afternoon.
Yeah.
Anything else this afternoon?
I don't think so.
I wanted to try and contact Ansel.
Yes. So was
need
that
to
what
do
you were
that.
going to do
I can't do
together?
it today.
Oh,
I was going to try do it through the webs.
with the moss.
What I can do-
Watch out for those meditations. You might end up unconscious for several weeks.
What I could do really quick, like we don't have to roleplay or anything, is I got a commune in the God's Lantern, so I might quickly use that to like sit down, meditate, and be like, is Ansel rescuable?
Okay. And that's the word that that's exactly what you say. Rescuable.
Yeah.
Uncertain.
How many questions do I get?
It's either 3 or 5.
There's 3. Is he reachable
You will have to be more specific. I don't need a.
via the gate?
I assume you mean the archway gate,
Yeah.
right? The burrowings. No.
Are there other archways?
Yes.
Yes.
So blowing it up isn't the end of the world.
Man.
But we have to find another one,
Yeah.
which could be hard, unless it's like there's like a map in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Locate objects?
bird.
Bird.
What
I
are you
go
gonna
to
do?
the Artifice Guild.
You use in the workshop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who was the guy that
Bailey.
laughed at health and safety? Bailey.
Bailey? Yeah.
Is Bailey there?
Yes, he is.
Hello,
Drinking his tea out of a conical flask.
So what rank was he?
I don't think he told you. He is a
okay.
journeyman.
Hello, Journeyman Bailey.
Good afternoon.
We met previously a few days ago,
Oh, I don't forget a face.
but you do forget.
Jean.
Please don't call me Jean. It will never catch on.
I apologise.
Huge.
I can only apologise.
No, it's fine.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, was it the same team as last house?
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
Make it myself. Ferment it myself.
Ferment?
It's fermented. You mean
Oh,
to
yes.
get me drunk?
Anything that tastes good is fermented.
Oh,
Wait, is it kombucha?
well, probably, yeah.
It's hot though.
Hot
Hot
kombucha.
boocher.
Oh, that sounds fucking horrible.
Was it elderflower?
It was.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like an elderflower kind of herby.
Boocher.
Yeah. I'm here to make a bird.
Oh, okay.
I know an infusion, you see, to make a homunculus, and I want to make it into a shape of a bird.
I understand that this is a project that's some of our. It's a bit beyond initiates. Sometimes we have apprentices who will undertake this task, but it's usually their end of their kind of journeyman project. So,
Oh wow. That's nice to know. But
there are many of them, but that's one of them. It's a tough old ask.
Well, I have the coil shot. Well, I'm going to do 2. So say I have 250 gold ones just for the eyes.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Because I want the eyes
Coil
to
shots.
glow.
That's cool, yeah.
So say, instead of like 1 like in the middle, it's 2 that are the eyes, and they're green.
Nice.
And yeah, I've got some. I've got this sort of shape. Yes, can I? Do you have any metal I could use to?
Oh, of course, yes.
Use some brass.
Yes, and basically all the materials I think we said were 10 gold, right?
Yeah.
So from that pot.
Oh yeah, I bought it. Yeah,
everything that you need, you've already got.
Cool, sweet. So in that case, can I try to make a body of a peregrine falcon, but I want it to have a longer sort of beak, so almost like a hummingbird.
Okay, cool.
Because I want it to hover more than fly, but I think peregrine falcons are cool, so
nice.
I want the body to be a peregrine falcon.
And this is just an artificing check because the infusion itself.
The infusion itself is instant.
So yeah, okay.
So it's more just to make it look nice.
Yeah, roll a tinkering check.
So
using your tinker tools with
so I'll get double proficiency.
Very nice. You also have Bailey's help if you need it.
Cool. See how it goes.
So your advantage.
So that's 11. So just proficiency doubled. So 17.
Very nice.
I'll roll again to see if I can beat it.
See if you crit.
No.
Was that 5?
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
17.
You create within the afternoon. It's starting to come together. It's hard to see at first, but plate by plate, as the feathers are placed in, and you mount the coil stones in the eyes, and it starts taking shape. Really fine work, and Bailey helps you with some of the sort of more finer engraving, just little details on the feathers. Looks really nice. Very nice. And I tell you what is a challenge is actually getting it to have the capability to move. So that's something that becomes quite difficult, is having the sequence of gears in place so that it can actually move, and then you'll still have to do that kind of inscribing of the sigils on it and that stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
So yes, I think even though I had a very bad experience last night, I was chased by a bird, you see, but I think I'm going to name this bird Persephone.
That's a nice name. That's a bird's name. That's a bird's name I've heard of. Well, a nice job.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I'm not much of a teacher.
Well, you did well to help me. I couldn't have done it without you, so...
You're being kind. But, yeah, it is... I would say you don't necessarily need the whole... This is just more for flavour to then infuse, right?
Yeah, all I have to do is basically just go, boop, and it's infused.
Yeah, so I would say that, you've got the bird... It's almost like a toy at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think technically you have to do it on like a... I'll check, actually. You might have to do it on like a long rest, so I might just sort of sleep next to the bird and it's done. It's not attuned, but
nice.
I can't remember if it's like that or not, so I won't do that yet. But
okay, but you finished the bird as an object.
Yeah,
its wings are tucked away. Nice.
Yeah, so thank you for your help again, and
that's all right.
I don't know if I'll see you soon. We'll be leaving in a couple of 4 or 5 days. But
that's a shame. Well, hopefully you come back and.
Well, yeah, it's nice because I've wanted to do more artifice recently, and I'm always going to be an alchemist at heart, but it was nice to be in this workshop. It's incredible.
You've got a good eye for it, much more so than most alchemists that I've worked for.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe we can steal you over here yet.
So the stealing's wrong.
No, I mean, get you over here as a. I mean, you could be a guild member of both if you wish.
Oh, is that possible?
Well, it's expensive.
How expensive?
Oh, I don't know. I am an artificer, me.
Is there a without a painful? Is there some sort of form I can take home and fill in and read?
From what I gather, you'd have to enroll. You'd have to do it all from the beginning here, and while maintaining your duties at the Alchemy Guild.
Oh, that sounds like a lot. I'll think on it.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Or you can just come over here. Screw the alchemist. I don't mean it.
Oh my God, never mind. But anyway, thank you for your time, and yes, I'll go now.
Okay. Good day.
A nod, and go.
Nice.
bird.
You have Persephone.
Persephone that's not trying to chase me this time.
This time.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Only other thing left of the day was stake out, and then you're going to message. Oh no, you're doing your speak with Ansel,
Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah.
and then
But that's tomorrow morning.
no, because you can do that now.
Oh,
Go do it
Just so that,
separate.
yeah.
Oh, I
Because
see.
then it's
Different thing,
that, then surveillance, then tomorrow morning you're cool. Okay.
Blow this dry.
No,
Done
we're
with
not gonna do.
Oh,
We're not gonna
you've
do
already done
sending
it.
tomorrow.
Oh my
morning.
god, I'm not.
We're not gonna do sending tomorrow morning.
We're just
because
gonna blow the place.
save the slots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck me. I'm a bit behind.
Might do it afterwards if there's still slots available. Who knows?
Yeah.
or if I'm successful tonight.
Go for it.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Right, yeah, so just sort of think back on, remember my teachings like from Batista. It talks of like echoes of the dead and how people can talk and listen to it, and some people can hear it, some people can talk back, and just focus on that. Probably get my mask out as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be helpful. And then just sort of try and listen for Ansel and try and chat with him.
Yeah, and
Try and reach out to him. Like he's done for me.
remembering back, I think the first time that you heard him was when the Prophet of Dust died.
Yes.
And then I think you've heard since when you were casting something with the threads.
Yeah, it was the Biles.
That's right. And you think back on that, and you remember the voice sounded like it was from a distance over a sort of a huge body of water, like an echoing voice. And you remember that sound, and you remember the voice. It was hard to. The nature of it was changed by the distance, and you just focus on that sound, and you don't hear anything. Not without the mask, anyway. As in, you're not wearing the mask.
No, I was wearing the mask.
Oh, sorry. I just thought I didn't know you put it on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you try it without, and then you place the mask on, and there's that kind of shimmer of undead that blinks over you. And as you look around, sometimes you can see a kind of warbling outline of people, and you listen there, and you almost hear an echo of something, almost like a wordless shout down a corridor from very far away, an echo. And then it fades.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Can I? This is just like with my. I'm like in my body still. Yeah. So, yeah. But where am I doing this?
Wherever you want.
Okay. I don't know.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I think you're all still in the Night Mountains,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I don't know. Can I sort of try and focus down where I hear this shouting coming from?
Sure. You listen and you listen, and it's like an echo, a bouncing around of voices. And after a while, you do hear the word, but you're not sure if you're convincing yourself. You hear, "Sister."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Say back up. Ansel.
Your voice echoes as well, bounces around, and disappears. Where are you?
Dad. I'm in Delnori. Where are you?
And then you hear back, "Sister."
We're coming for you.
No, you carry on.
You hear, after a long pause, one wordless noise like you did before, and then nothing else. And you remember something Batista said, which was that some people can tune into these echoes of the dead, and some people can talk to them, but it's a very unstudied, very unknown art, and you're tapping into something with that mask. Who knows?
Cool. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, take the mask off. Yeah. Try and get back out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the zone.
Right. So, night comes. Is anyone doing anything before bed? It's an early morning, apparently.
Oh, can I try and make that potion on my third attempt?
Oh, yeah, you
That
lost
takes
2
2 hours. Yeah.
Okay. This is the beefy potion of healing.
Yeah.
Cool.
But because it's the last attempt, if I make it, pick a card.
Okay.
Well, that's confidence picking up the card
Already.
straight away.
I need to get a 7.
Ready the deck.
You can do this.
Yeah! That was a 25. But it smells a bit iffy.
It smells a bit iffy.
So
Do you want to
just
know what
say,
it smells like?
yeah, tell me what it smells like, but don't obviously tell the effect. The effect will come when it's.
It smells like a moggy stuck out in the rain.
Oh yes,
Like
it is a bit
wet
iffy.
cat. It smells like a wet cat.
Oh, good.
I won't say what it tastes like then.
Wet cat?
No, 'cause-
Wet dog.
Shall I put it at the front?
yeah, put it in front just so you know which one it is.
No, I can't believe you didn't get there.
Do you really? Oh, there we are.
Are you guessing what I said? Yeah.
Children. Okay. Well, is anyone doing anything before bed? It's an early night, an early morning even.
No.
Is it
I will,
morning
because
yet?
I did say I was mate.
Is it morning yet?
We're amping ourselves up.
It's morning. Yeah.
Literally, you kept saying it's morning, and I was like, and then you were like, anyone want to do anything before bed? I was like,
Morning.
Oh yeah, so 2 things. Now it's morning, I boop the bird.
So fucking crazy.
And also, I can make
Hey, you're
the
preparing
random
to fight.
experimental elixirs that I don't really bother because we don't, most of the time we haven't been fighting recently. But now I think we will fight today. Can I make them?
You can indeed. What are you making?
So it's a D6 and it's various spells. depending
you
on
don't
the-
have to read.
No, sorry, various potions depending on what I roll. So
Do you have the table with you? Do you?
what's that?
Do you have the table with you?
My book's in my bag, so I'll check when I'll record the numbers and then say it there. So I get to it twice now because I'm over 5th level or 6th or something.
Experimental elixir roll.
Yeah, so number 1. So it's a 2, I'll record that down, and
2.
a 6.
2 and a 6.
Cool. I can actually,
Grab your bag.
that's right, I can look it up online.
2 and a 6. Experimental elixirs, and you have a fair few beefy potions now of healing. I think you made. Very nice.
So Jack's got the note this morning to prepare them for battle.
Everything is within your power, and your power is within you. And I read this, and I immediately get my book out, and I immediately go, you don't have to worry that you're the only one trying to get me to not fucking off myself. And I put this message in the podcast. Say, from a Maya.
Yeah, that's really useful today. Yeah.
She says, I feel inspired.
I'm glad.
Send some heavy sarcasm.
Those two could be.
That makes one of us. Fucking
Got a
hell.
potion of swiftness. And I've got a potion of transformation.
Ooh.
So transformation is an auto-self spell, and swiftness is just 10 feet extra walking speed for an hour.
Very nice. That's a lot, actually, on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you all doing?
We get up, we have breakfast, and then we go fight.
Get up. And
Yeah, you got to fuel up.
Fuel up.
Yeah.
All right, you fuel
then
up.
we go blow this.
Harum's not even awake yet. What time are you getting up?
4.
Yeah, he's not awake.
He's boardroom downstairs drunk.
Yeah, he's snoozing.
That's my boy.
I asked him if he wants some breakfast because I'm just going to full on go into the kitchen and make us all the equivalent of like sausage sandwiches.
Oh, no, I sit next to him and I like pull him up and like slap his face a little bit. Like, morning, bud.
What are you What are you
Good
doing?
morning.
Do you want a sausage sandwich, mate?
No, oh my fuck! What are you people doing?
It's
Breakfast.
4 a.m. Go to
God.
bed.
Yeah, he drags himself upstairs.
I hand him a
He
sausage
stinks
sandwich as he
as
goes
well.
past.
Just a sausage.
I hand him a sausage as he
Okay.
goes past.
He
you might want that later.
he all like gags a bit. No,
Take it, you might want it in the morning.
no, thank you.
It's actually a really good sandwich.
Enjoy, and he stumps upstairs. You hear a door go.
No. Looking for him ever again.
Okay. You leave pretty quick. 4:15. It is dark.
Before we do, give you the potion, because I said I was making it.
Are you sure? Because you don't have a potion.
It's
I'll be
entirely
alright.
entirely up
Are
to
you
you. It does smell a bit off though. It will heal you, but
Well,
It's-
3 to healing.
yeah, I and there's an extra 1d4 to that. Yeah, I mean, I like my potions of healing to smell quite fruity, and this doesn't smell fruity.
It does, just in the wrong way.
So you guys you walk out into the chilled night air. Cobbles are. It feels like you're walking these things loud because it's so quiet out. Your footsteps echo down the alleyways. You're out onto the Plaza District. You go straight to the. Where are you going? You're going straight to the
little house.
The house.
So we can prepare.
Okay.
Is the guy still on guard?
So as you approach up towards where the mist rolls off the side of the cliff, down over the gravestones around the burnt out building, you know that if someone is on guard, they will see you soon. So what are you going to do?
Okay, what were we going to do? We were going to do... Some people... Do we want to go in drips and drabs, or do we all just want to go?
I think we just got to...
Are we going to chuck a load of invisible, or...?
I can only do one first because it's concentration.
No,
Yeah,
fair
invisible
point.
feels like a risk because we're dropping spells before we're going to go to the fight.
Let's just knock on the door right now.
Half of us at most as well.
If you want, I can go up.
We can wear the costumes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried they'll recognise us at this point. I think even if we're wearing it out,
I do have a potion of water self.
I can disguise self as well, but I feel like if I go up high enough and over, so I can try and see if there's anyone holding guard
Over the house.
Yeah. If I go up and over enough in that space, and I'm pretty sneaky,
Yeah.
I might be able to.
So, at the moment you guys are kind of at the wall before the graves. The mist is kind of rolling over you and around you.
I mean, I think that sounds logical.
So I do that. I'm doing that.
You want to.
Thanks.
Okay. So
Don't kick a tombstone.
in a ripple of mist, Sentinel silently flies up through the fog, and eerily silent. To you, it's blustery and loud as you soar through the air, and you get pretty high over the building, and you can see down the burnt-out steeple that makes up the area you were staking out the place about a week ago. And as you maneuver yourself around, the sunlight is still nowhere to be seen on the horizon, and you squint, and eventually you can see at the indent in the cliff where the lift is, there is someone standing with their back up, leaning against the wall, smoking.
Can they see me? No. One, how high up am I? Would I be within 120 feet of my friends?
Yes, you probably are.
Message down to... I don't trust you with fucking Freya. I don't trust Moxie to not pass on dodgy messages. You've done it before. There's a guard. They're up front. I have an option, but it is risky.
Can I reply?
Yes, it's message, so yeah.
Well, I can only reply once though, right? How risky?
I can keep going if you wanna ask questions.
How risky?
How does range work on ranged weapons?
It's disadvantage on the large number.
So if I did it up to 25 feet, it would be straight, and anything past 25 feet would be a disadvantage.
Up to, what's the limit?
100.
Yeah, so it's 25 over 100. Yeah, then 100 you're at a disadvantage. Anything after 25, you're at a disadvantage until 100, at which point you can't hit them after that.
Because I could try and blowgun them with some black parum. But I would possibly have to get closer to try and make sure that it hits.
Could you go 25 feet directly above them? They might not look up.
I mean...
I would also say you are...
We could just dive bomb down on top of them and just stab them in the neck.
You can't get double disadvantage anyway. I was going to say it's harder when you're flying, but you're already at disadvantage, so...
I can
But
be
would it-
invisible.
Would you...
And I can burn it.
Are you sure?
Would you have
Second
advantage
slot,
for surprise? To equal it out?
Potentially.
I've got fly for 10 minutes. I'm going to come back. Do you want to cast me invisible?
Yeah, no, if you like the side.
And while I'm there, I'm going to dose up. The little black parent potions have 3 doses, right? Yeah. So I'm going to dose up one of the blow darts with that poem.
Do we want to... when you're casting invisibility, is it more than one person? Or...
If I was to do third, I could do another. But
I'm just
No,
wondering.
I think just do
No, I was just wondering because the invisibility will break as soon as you attack.
Yes.
But this is
Yes, but the theory, the idea would hopefully be that it's
Get
pretty
rid of the
quick,
guard.
right? It's pretty instant.
If it downed them,
I think we just
But
gotta try.
sorry, I'm trying to work out Black Parum.
it does damage.
A significant amount of damage, right?
Did I not send it to you?
No.
It does.
DC 16 con, 4d8 poison damage.
That's not a lot. Fuck.
And yeah, 500 gold's worth is 3 times applications. While you're in the air,
I am down. I've
You
not
come
gone
down.
back yet because
Okay.
I'm trying to work out whether this is worth it.
I would say that all of you hear, through the mist, you hear a snapping sound coming from probably where the guy was, like a snapping twig or something. Fuck you, Perrin. You're paranoid. You're worried about it, then change the fucking locks. I don't want to stand up here all fucking night. And then a couple of seconds later, you hear another snap. I'll burn through as many of these sticks as I like if it pisses you off.
I love this guy. Have you cast invisibility yet?
Not yet, no.
We need a silence.
Should we need to straight up get rid of him?
Yeah.
Do I go in and pretend to be somebody else?
Oh, could do.
You could
And
relieve
just be
him.
like, I'm here to relieve you.
Yeah, if he's pissed
Yeah.
off. Go, take
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah.
Go.
Do that. Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into...
That guy.
No, because I'm worried that they will have realised it's been long enough. I-Man! I'm gonna turn into I-Man.
You've seen him a few times.
I've seen him a few times. I've heard his voice as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
you
can
take
do a
on
good approximation.
He's like 5'8", burly. The
He's
brass
so tall.
eye, yeah. The brass eye is like a plate that covers this one of his eyes with a white glass. Yeah, you look exactly like how you remember him.
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, oi, oi, relieving you.
Roll a performance check. He when he sees you through the mist, his initial reaction is wide-eyed.
Oh, fuck. Well, can I do it as a persuasion?
This is a performance. This is
Can I have it with advantage because I've studied him real hard?
Sure.
Thank you.
Performance with advantage because you look and sound exactly like him.
Yeah. Fuck off. Entirely fuck off. That's a 13.
He says,
I have loaded up the blow dart. I would have done that anyway.
okay. Fenrir puts his hands down by his sides.
What did he say?
He called you Fenriv.
Oh, fuck. Hello.
You're relieving me.
Well, I've heard you've been bitching. Someone's got to do it. Unless you're going to behave now.
He looks a little unsure, very confused.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I didn't know they were sending you up.
Yeah, well, if someone's going to keep fucking around with those sending sticks, I'd try and go like, give him.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
I have so many dice and I don't know which one's not going to fuck me. Right, we'll do a big one and a little one with advantage. Persuasion's better. Fuck you. But that is a 20-something. 21. It was also a nat one. That's a good one.
He takes them, he's like, how am I supposed to let them know if someone's coming?
Got a voice, ain't you?
Down the lift.
You can fucking yell.
He hands them over to you, very uncertain.
I don't know where I'm going with this either.
At least we dealt with one issue. Like, he can't get in touch
You
with
can't
them.
get in touch with anyone.
How many did we get, by the way?
Yeah.
3.
3.
Nice.
Anything else, sir?
I just want to fucking stab it.
Send them to get coffee.
coffee. Go and send him on a coffee run.
There's a 24-hour coffee place around the corner.
Do you know what? I've had fucking enough of your shit. Go get some food.
It's 4 a.m.
Do I look like I give a shit?
Alright. Sorry. And he walks off past you towards the rest of the group.
And towards us.
I break a sending stick when he's out of earshot and go, he's coming fucking to Freya.
You hear that just as you begin to hear the footfalls, the mushy sound of his feet on wet grass. You see a figure through the mist, and that is where we're going to end today. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.